Hey, I'm Travis Lee. It's Monday morning, and this is my podcast. While most of you are headed to work, drinking coffee, Jon Tyler and I are here in the studio having our beers for the morning, right? And if you can see on the front of this cup, there's a little dollar sign, where you, the advertiser, can get in there and we could put a sticker on there. We could print cups. We could just get rid of the cups. You could pay us to get rid of the cups. But here's cheers to you on Monday morning. Cheers.
I don't have the dollar sign.
That's all right. We do have a show coming up. I'm having a show on October 17th at the Bent Keg in Appleton, Wisconsin. It's the old Mill Creek. If you music lovers are listening and watching today, it's Mill Creek's downtown Appleton. Tickets are $20 at the door, $15 in advance, and I'm going to give you a little special coupon code for $5 off each ticket. So if you buy 2 tickets right now, you get $10 off of your purchase by using the code 5, the number 5, OFF at eventbrite.com. Our openers are going to be the Astronautics, fronted by Justin Keel. It's a pop punk band from Appleton, Wisconsin. They just released their new single, Fight, this last week on bandcamp.com. You can pay whatever you want for it. You can pay $1, I think is the minimum purchase price. But you could pay $100 for it if you want. And that's something I wanted to talk about today, is that you support a band in many ways, right? And so if they give you an option, what's the going rate on for a song?
For a track?
For a track.
I think iTunes is like $1.29.
$1.29. So you could give them the $1.29. I pay them $1.50. I didn't go overboard, but I gave them a little more than what it's worth.
21 cents more.
21 cents more. But that's going to help a band get from point A to point B. There's a lot of fees being in the band. You know, you think they just show up to the venue, they're just doing their show, but there's travel, there's gas money, there's hotels, there's food. A lot of people's mouths are at stake here.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So give them what you want. Go out to bandcamp.com, find the Astronautics, and get their new single, Fight. And tickets for our show at eventbrite.com with that $5 off code. Before we started this tonight, we stopped down at a bar.
Plan B, Kakana.
Plan B in Kakana. It was a place that I've been going to for a lot of years. We want to have a cocktail and kind of talk about some things. And we were walking up the stairs from the back alley, and the owner, Marty DeCuster, is walking down. And this guy has always got shorts on and probably Crocs or something, or just, and he's always got this Hawaiian shirt on.
He did.
He did have the Hawaiian shirt on.
He did have the Hawaiian shirt on.
And he says to us, he goes, "Get out of the way. I'm glad I'm leaving." And we said, "Okay, bye, Marty." And he walked down. We went and sat at the bar and ordered our drinks. And the phone rang, and the bartender got on the phone, and she said, "Hold on just a second, guys." Took the phone call. And 2 seconds later, she goes, "These drinks are on Marty." So, Marty, I want to thank you for my Kessler and Coke. And what'd you get?
I got Bacardi and Coke.
Thank you, Marty. And that's not a plug for Bacardi or Kessler. If you want that again, you're going to have to pay for it. Anyways, thank you, Marty. And Plan B in Kakana, if you guys want to have a drink in a cool atmosphere, you just go down to Plan B. Jon, I want to get right into Jon Tyler. I have Jon Tyler here today for a specific reason. Jon Tyler is the lead guitar player in my new band. I just got a record deal with Megaforce Records, MRI Entertainment, and distributed through The Orchard worldwide. The Orchard is a Sony-owned company. You can get that on Amazon, Spotify, iTunes, wherever you buy or stream music. But Jon's here today because we want you guys to know him. Jon, let's learn a little bit about you. Is that okay?
What do you want to know?
So I want to know I know you because you had toured with some pretty big names. You were in a band called Antifreeze, which was a pop punk band.
Years and years ago.
Yeah, but you were touring with some big bands like the Vandals.
Absolutely.
The Ataris. Sum 41.
Yep.
Right? But you weren't only in the States here. You weren't even you weren't regionally. You weren't in the United States. You were traveling worldwide. You were in Japan, weren't you? Who were you in Japan with?
Well, we did. I did one tour in Japan was 4 dates. 2 dates were supporting the Vandals.
Yeah.
2 dates were on our own, headlining.
They left
as
you alone in
Antifreeze.
Japan? Is that a real thing?
Well, at first,
I wouldn't leave you alone in my backyard.
Well, actually, we were on our own, like touring wise, but show wise, we were on our own for a couple shows too, and we were like, we can't headline Japan. We never been there, and the label's like, oh, you guys will do fine. Your sales are doing good out there. And we're like, okay, and sure enough, like, I mean, they weren't. It wasn't like stadiums. These were like little clubs.
You're not a stadium band?
Oh, come on, not yet. No.
Let me ask you this though, John. What was your favorite part of Japan? Was it the food? Was it
The food was interesting and cool.
Did you have any good food there while you were there?
It was interesting.
It was. They have like the
CEO of the record label that we're distributing on out there, which is called I can't remember the name of it. Bullion Records was the name of the label out there. It was distributed Kung Fu Records.
Yeah, you were a signed band.
Yep.
During this time, what was the name of that label? Kung Fu Records?
Kung Fu Records.
Yeah.
In America.
Yeah.
Was
America.
Antifreeze.
America. So that's how you guys wound up out there. And you and I actually met years before this. This was before that time that I met you originally?
No, it was after.
After that. So you were actually in a cover band when I met you.
No.
Years ago? How did that work out?
I think when I first met you, I think I was just kind of.
You were in a band called Sonic Circus, weren't you? With Dennis Peters.
A couple years after I met you. Yep.
And one of my best friends, Susan Davis.
Yep.
Who lives in Las Vegas now. She's been playing out there.
That's how we met.
Yeah.
Susan Davis was a mutual friend of ours.
She's been playing out there now, on the Las Vegas Strip for
years.
8 years now?
I actually tried to get
She's
her
right
there.
outside the Golden Nugget, so she's not doing that anymore, is she?
I haven't talked to her.
Susan, if your friends don't know where you are, you need to call us. Okay. But anyways, yeah, that's how we met though, way back in the day.
Didn't we hang out at Tanner's one night, me, you, and Susan?
If I shake my head like this,
that means yes.
Will you believe me?
Yeah,
I don't remember. Honestly, it was that long ago. I don't remember last week sometimes, but we did meet way back in the day when John and I were trying to figure out where we met all these years ago, and we just can't.
Let's just fast forward to.
Well, let's fast forward to today, because I was starting this new project just over a year ago, and I had no band. I started talking with John. John was messaging me. You actually messaged me a song that you had done, and I listened to it a few times, and you and I didn't really know each other that well because we only had met all those years ago. Like I said, we can't even figure it out to this day. But I wound up coming to your house, and I really liked the song. But when I came to your house, I actually got to meet you again all these years later, and your mother. And the song is called, what was the song called?
Last Goodbye.
Oh, yeah. And Last Goodbye is about?
But my grandfather.
Your grandfather. And
it's my mother's dad.
But it was about his passing, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So it was a it's an important song to you, not only you, but your mother and your family. Mm-hmm. And so I actually got to listen to that song with you and your mother. We actually all kind of teared up listening to it, knowing what it was actually about. It was pretty intense for all of us to do. And it's kind of where I fell in love with John's songwriting ability. And you recorded that too, right?
I did.
Yeah. And his production value was amazing. And you actually you had recorded down at, what was it, Simple Studios?
I was a house engineer at Simple Studios.
Where's that out of?
Green Bay.
Green Bay, yeah.
Years ago, 04, 05, 03, actually, I think it started. I did a couple sessions at Butch Vig's Smart Studios in Madison.
Oh, yeah. And who was his other engineer there? Justin, what's his name? Justin Perkins.
Yeah. Good friend of mine.
So you did some work down there, too, at Smart Studios. Of course, down at Smart Studios, they did the Nirvana. They did some Nirvana records down there.
They did Nevermind.
They did Nevermind
Did
there.
some Smashing Pumpkins there.
Oh yeah, that's
Garbage.
right. Actually, I had the
Everclear.
opportunity to go to Billy Corgan from Smashing Pumpkins has a coffee shop in just north of Chicago.
Cool. Didn't know about that.
Yeah,
Billy Corgan.
Billy Corgan, the singer. I actually went there like thinking
didn't
maybe
know
I'd
about
run
that.
into him, but I didn't, but they did tell me. I'm like, is Billy here?
Well, I'm
And,
surprised you didn't run into him.
No, and they actually said that. They said, yeah, he's usually here during the week because he lives in the Chicagoland area.
Oh.
He's from
I
Chicago.
didn't know that. I thought he
Yeah.
was Canadian.
And but it's really that place is actually pretty cool. It's a small coffee shop. It's like in a strip mall kind of deal, and it's no bigger really than I think it's probably 800 square feet. It's got you walk in. There are all of these old photographs on the right hand side
Yep,
that
upstairs.
Billy took over the years, but also photos that he didn't take that he got from other photographers, like of World War II and stuff like that, which is cool. They're for sale. You can buy them. One of the walls is covered in like a leopard print, but it's purple, which is kind of cool. It's kind of like
see
if
that.
you were listening to the Siamese Dream record. You're in it in the coffee shop, which is kind of cool. So
Track one.
Yeah.
Center Brock.
yeah, so isn't it cool like when you start talking about all the things that we do and you wind up down these rabbit holes of just chatting. You and I are off to a great start, I would say. We have new bandmates though, because you and I, when you and I started, we had a different lineup with this band. And we did some shows with Uncle Cracker. We did
Really good time.
We
That was a good
did.
night.
We played with Saliva, right?
We did out in Sturgis.
Yeah, and Brent Michaels.
Michaels, same stage, same show.
Yeah, which was really cool. We got to meet some cool people along the way there, and that's kind of how the band got its start here. Oh, and we played with Zach Myers from Shinedown.
We did just a few weeks ago.
Just a few weeks ago, we did a show. We did a show at the Green Bay Distillery, which is close to where we live. And then we went down and played the Harley Davidson rally
Again
with Zach Myers.
Yep.
Yeah, and then but since then we've done some lineup changes. We have a new drummer coming in. Our drummer, who actually recorded the album with me, and my studio drummer, Nick Nguyen, joined us and did our first lengths of touring, and he's now leaving the band. We won't say why though. He has a very professional career, but we're going to leave that out of it. Just know, Nick, that we appreciate you and all that you've done for us. Actually, I think we should have a little cheers. This is kind of where you pour one out for the boys. I'm not going to pour it on. We're at Josh Russell Studios today in Concordia.
Give it for Josh Russell.
Yeah, because hands on. Oh yeah, and he's got a show coming up. Josh, where's your show coming up? You're playing in Florida?
Punta Gorda, Florida.
Punta Gorda, Florida.
Yeah.
November 8th.
Truck's Gone Wild.
Truck's Gone
We
Wild.
think we're rock stars.
Yeah, you haven't met Josh Russell yet. He's a hip hop rapper, and check him out. Just go to YouTube and check it out. It's amazing. Plus, he's kind of got the photography, videography thing dialed in. Obviously, if he makes John and I look and sound good,
Yeah, because we really
he's doing a
don't.
good job. So we'll pour one out for everybody. Not really on Josh's desk. Thank you, Nick, for joining us. And we're kind of sad to see you go, but we do have a new drummer. He's from a Appleton band called Hindsight. What do you know about Hindsight?
I know a lot about
Hindsight's
Hindsight.
2020 is what it is. That's all I know about Hindsight. Great band. They were a predominantly cover band. Do I have that right? But now they have a ton of awesome originals.
They've actually been putting out.
They've been
originals
chipping
for
away
years.
at that, and they've been opening it up for some seriously major acts. That's a band to be reckoned with. If I do say
They've
so.
actually been putting out originals for years.
And their front man,
Mr. Mike Wentland.
Mr. Mike Wentland. Man, that guy's sick, dude. who has more energy than that?
Nobody, and
I couldn't sleep
Very-
for a week and have that kind of energy.
very good.
That dude,
Very good guy too.
That dude will floor you from the second he gets on the stage until he gets
very
off.
good guy too.
So, I don't even know how this really happened, but we got talking to Todd. It's not like we
I think
didn't even try to
because of
cheer.
Jason.
Yeah, because
Because of Jason.
we have a mutual friend who's actually with them. He's our bass player, Jason MF Jeffers. I'll let you fill in the MF. He is friends with Todd, and we weren't. It's not like we were trying to cherry pick from another band, a local band, even. I just knew he was available a lot of times, and what a great frickin' drummer. He came in the other week and never ever heard us play and knew half the set, didn't he? We let him play. The dude was incredible. So he's on. He's a new guy. We also have a new guitar player. We had briefly Lane Bashaw from Red Light Saints filling in, touring with us. So it was nice to have my brother from Red Light Saints home. If you guys know me, other than this, I am Travis from the Red Light Saints. I did a lot of touring back in the day with them. We played with bands like Hailstorm and Seether and 3 Days Grace. And I can't even name. There's like every big band that you ever heard of. That's what
I
we
can't
did.
even. Yeah. I don't know how you could even name those 3 bands.
I don't even know. But it was nice to have. Lane was our guitar.
You were talking about a new guitar player. Though,
Yeah. So Lane was in for a little while, and we have a new guitar player named Matt Schaffelke. But we don't call him that. We call him Matty Black or Matt Black. He doesn't even know.
I don't remember that.
It's a
It must be like a new thing.
It's a new thing, and we have a handshake. Do you know the handshake? Let's see if we can do it. See, he doesn't know it.
No, it was 3 times you said before.
But that was 3. You didn't count.
No.
It. Ready? So
it was
let's
2.
Let's try it. It goes like this: 1, 2, 3. And then you slide, and then hit it. So actually, there's a phrase that goes with that Jason MFJ and
I was asking about.
So it
the
goes like
throwing.
this, but it goes like this. Ready? 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready, and 4 to go. And it's such a simple nursery
brought it up.
rhyme. But we've been doing that on tour. Obviously, he has.
At Plan B, I brought it up.
Well, you did bring it up because he actually did remember it at Plan B.
I didn't remember the actual shake. I just remember, hey, didn't we do some shake? And
We're gonna work on it so it looks way cooler when we do it next time.
yeah,
But these are just kind of the things that we're left with here. We do have that show coming up. I think we should plug that one more time.
one more time, yeah. Thursday, Bent Keg, Appleton, $20 at the door, 15 in advance, and we got a coupon code, don't we, Travis?
We do. $5 off at
$5 off.
eventbrite.com. But you got to go to eventbrite.com to get it. You can't just willy-nilly buy your tickets on Facebook. You can't show up at the door and say 5 off. That's not going to happen. You have to go to the website and type in 5 off. Not J off, but 5 off.
Where did that come from?
I don't know. That's the only other off thing that I could do.
Okay.
But you can get the tickets there. We're going to have the sweet Travis Lee shirts that you saw in the episode before this. We're going to have physical printed copies. You haven't had a chance to buy those, not even on the interwebs. They couldn't even get them on the interwebs.
Why not?
Because I didn't put them out. But now you can get them. Only at the live show, though. And I will flip it up in the air, maybe behind my back, catch it up front. I could do tricks with them. We can sign them too. We can have a beer. We can have a shot. I'll have those. I'm sure actually, I saw the Astronautics, our opening band, is going to have t-shirts, and you can get their single at Bandcamp. But get our tickets right now at eventbrite.com, and come check us out at the Bent Keg this coming Thursday, October 17th. We'll see you there. Are we going to be there early? If anybody wants to try to see us early, like hang out.
Are we going to be?
I try to come a little early. I might be at a place called The Ambassador. I'm not going to say any more.
Ooh.
I'm not going to say any more.
You didn't tell me about that.
I know. And I'm not telling a lot of people about that either. This is a secret. But anyways, come check us out. Thanks for joining us today. I hope you guys have a good day at work. I'm Travis Lee. And this is my podcast. High five for good luck. See you guys later. We're going to work on that too.